Hello, hello, and welcome to another episode of the Director's Den. And I'm joined with my two of my director buddies, but one of them is my actual co-host, Mr. Jason Pitts. And we have a special guest with us tonight, Madeline Deering, who is making, let's see, the tagline is the goriest shark movie ever made, which I can't wait for this. So, Bathtub Shark Attack. I mean, the name says it all.
Exactly. It's like snakes on a plane. That's exactly what you think it is.
Exactly. Exactly. Like we're
A
not
shark
bullshitting.
attack.
We're not beating around the bush. It's bathtub shark attack. So I have to know, and I don't know if you've said it or if you've posted it, but how in the hell did you come up with this idea?
You know, I don't even know. It was like a process. I had moved into this. This has been an idea I've had for years. I wrote it as a short film 4 or 5 years ago, before Spirit Animal. And I had moved into this new apartment. I had a bathtub, and I was just like, I hadn't made anything in so long, and I was just itching to make something, and I don't know, just kind of came together. I think rational childhood fears like shark in a bathtub after people watch Jaws probably had something to do with it. And I don't know, the idea just kind of came to me. I like, what resources do I have? And I want to do a shark movie because I love shark movies. It was before shark movies like really started getting popular. Like
Right.
there's new ones every week. And I don't know, I just thought it would be really a fun idea. And so it started off as a short film. My original actors, didn't work out, and I was shelved for a while, but now we're making it a feature.
And it's not a short; it's a full feature film,
Yes, it is.
which is incredible. Like I know people are going to look at that and go, "This movie's what 26 minutes long, man." Come on, now we can go into sewers, we can go do this, that, and the other. So many ideas.
Oh,
And you bringing up like the ideas. One of them I thought of today was Nightmare on Elm Street, where Nancy's in the bathtub and Freddy's claw comes up, and I'm like,
exactly.
yeah, that's terrifying. I mean, again, you're in the bathtub. I'm just going to be scared shitless either way. Like I don't care. That's my time. So a shark,
Yeah,
Freddy's
exactly.
glove, anything.
Bathtubs when you're like relaxing, you're alone. So something grabbing you, that's pretty terrifying, actually.
Yeah, especially if I didn't ask for it and I didn't know it was coming. So yeah.
Yeah.
Just replace Freddy's glove with a shark fin in that scene.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
it's gonna happen. It's
Of
there's
course,
gonna
there's some type of reference. Nightmare on Elm Street's the movie I grew up with as well. So
That's my favorite movie of all time.
yeah,
of all time.
All time.
It's
Fine.
close. It's like number 2 behind Toxic Avenger. So
Damn. Now. Wow. I can't wait to see the comments on that one.
I
Can't wait to fight that crowd off. But yeah, so and you got and you actually have one of my favorite people in this movie, Mr. Benjamin Deedles.
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
Who is on another podcast, Neon Brainiacs, with Greg and Lance now, and I'm going to have Lance on here in a couple weeks. So obviously we'll talk about the boonies and all that jazz, and hopefully we can talk about his one of his newer ones coming out, and then we got Steve Rosinski coming on. He's going to be the last episode, so hopefully he'll be able to talk about shingles and everything
Steve
that those guys are just great. So I saw the name, I'm like, man, that dude's amazing.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so what drew you into directing, and what drew you into doing this and making it your thing? What epiphany did you have one day?
Oh, I just I loved movies since I was a kid, like anyone in the business, and I didn't know that that's what I wanted to do, but one day my friends and I rented the movie Killer Nerd, if you've ever seen it.
Heard of it? I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's a shot-on-video movie. It's amazingly terrible. Like, it's one of my all-time favorite movies, my favorite shot-on-video movie. But we watched it, and we were like, we could do this, my friends and I. So, we started messing around, doing stuff, and then, that's just been my passion ever since. But I feel like that was the turning point. And, renting movies like, again, sorry, The Toxic Avenger, and movies that didn't have a big budget but were made with so much passion. That's just the way to do it. So that's kind of the model here. We're all passionate and we don't have a lot of money, but we have fun with it. And so once I realized, and this was even back before cell phones, everyone has a camera now. Anyone can make a movie. We were just like, we could do this. Why not?
And we've heard that from, me and Clint have heard it from a lot of people. It's just, if you want to do it, do it. It's
true.
Like you said before, cell phones had the quality that they do now. You can shoot a whole damn movie on an iPhone, and
exactly.
It's like, that's, to me, that's just impressive enough because, again, and Jason knows, you both probably know, but hauling around a big ass camera that's the size of like a printer, like, damn, guy, that's insane. And then you just carry one of these around. They can do it.
Then when you add the rig and everything and the light, it gets crazy.
Yeah, you can shoot a movie on a selfie stick. It's insane. So
a little while back, as a promo of one of those new iPhones, the director of Nightmare 3 reshot frame for frame the opening chase scene where she's running through the blood and she knocks over the doll, and like reshot that with an iPhone, and it looked amazing, like frame for frame. It's crazy.
It's nuts. No wonder they're $4,000 phones, but you can do that. I'll take it.
Yeah.
So Jason, did you ever? I don't even know if I asked you in our episode. Did like, what did inspire you? Like, when did you start? Realizing you wanted to be a director and this is what you want to do? Because again, I know it's a kind of a side gig hobby, but obviously you've taken it and ran with it. So
yeah, for me it was very similar. Just watching horror films growing up in the drive-in with my family. We'd go watch double features, and they'd always be horror films, and just really fell in love with that type of storytelling, just visual storytelling. And the movie theater is kind of the modern campfire. Sit around the campfire, tell ghost stories type thing.
Good analogy.
Yeah, and that's what it was.
No, and I think one thing is horror movies. I think that's just and we've said it numerous times. The diversity with horror movies you can do. I just think this is just one of the genres that really, to me, is the only genre that you can do the things that you guys do. You don't see anybody making an indie romantic comedy or an indie, it's not, it's so rare. You see a lot of indie like sci-fi and stuff like that, but horror is just so many. I think it's just because the ideas that you can do now next to the ideas that you had back then, it's just totally different. And you don't have anybody, you don't have sensors breathing down your neck. I'm sure you got to do something, cut some things, but not like enough to ruin a movie. So is that something both you guys have? And that's actually something I've never asked anybody either was, even though you're on the indie circuit, are there still handicaps or still handcuffs where you can't do a certain thing, or you can't, show a certain thing, or how does it work?
For me, we didn't have to cut anything really out of Spirit Animal. We just went with it, and that still has some really wild stuff in it, but we're not going through the MPAA or anything. So I don't see us cutting anything out. I guess we worked with a bigger distributor, but then I want to share my original vision. I don't want to cut it down. Right. So I'd rather self-distribute than. But I think if you go with the right distributor, I'm not going to be like, unless it's something really distasteful, but then I'm not going to put it in a movie in the first place.
Spirit Animals is incredible.
Thank you.
Like, damn. Like, Jason, I sent Jason the what you sent me. He can watch it, and man, I'm telling you, there's.
I wanted to, but I worked 2 jobs and I had to work both jobs.
The kill? You don't know the kill I'm talking about when you see it.
He sent it to me this morning, and I just haven't had time to watch it.
Oh, yeah, I understand.
I will watch it.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Fuck the environment is all I got to say.
The death when you see the death, I'm not going to reveal it, but when you see, you'll know what we're talking about because it is fucking insane. It is one of the most insane things I've ever seen in my life. And going back, obviously, nothing got cut because if anything was going to, it probably would have been that. So we're good. So obviously, we're good there. We didn't have to cut anything. So let's see. Who the hell is Facebook user? Who is that? Clint? Is that Clint? I'm wondering if Bathtub Shark Attack starts with a pet aquarium shark getting flushed down a toilet. No, we're not stealing Alligator's idea, damn it.
I do have a question, though. Without giving anything away, how is a shark getting in the bathtub?
Yeah, that's spoiler.
I know.
Yeah, it's a spoiler. All I'll say is, because this is, public, it does include like a shark worshipping cult.
Okay. Oh, yes.
So,
Quincy
was just perked up. In an apartment building, and some of our inspirations were like, believe it or not, Rosemary's Baby. So,
oh, this is going to be amazing.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
When does this come out? But there's a shark god. So.
It's like Sharks of the Corn.
Yeah,
it's almost actually, like that. It's reminiscent.
Funny enough, yeah, I wrote it before Sharks of the Corn came out, and I was like, damn. And I was actually talking to Tim Ritter. We interviewed him for my Shitty Shark Show podcast, and I was like, yeah, you did it before me. Tim's awesome.
Tim seems like a cool dude, but I'm going to say publicly, I guarantee Bathtub Shark Attack's going to blow the doors off Sharks of the Corn. I've actually probably been one of the few people on this planet that's watched that movie more than once. I think I've seen it 3 times.
I've seen it 3 times too.
So it's like, I'm pretty sure the world's going to end because that movie was never meant to see that many times by one person, let alone 2. But yeah, I mean, and that's, with especially like you said, you love shark movies. I'm right there with you. I absolutely adore shark movies, and I have I don't want to say I have like a standard. Like obviously everybody sets Jaws at the standard, and you can't do that because then every shark movie is going to suck. But but I've seen very, very good ones. The Shallows is
the best shark movie probably past 10
since
years
Jaws, yeah.
Longer. Since Jaws probably. Yeah. And I mean best made, like I'm a huge Sharknado fan.
So. Oh, absolutely. Who the hell isn't?
I have a Sharknado themed birthday party every year since the first one came out. So I'm a huge fan.
Jason, you like the first one. Admit it. Everybody likes the first one.
Yeah.
Everybody. After that, then maybe they start.
No, the first 3 are fantastic. Right. After that, I understand, which I still enjoy them, but the first 3 are solid. My opinion.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with somebody that has a Sharknado themed birthday every year. I'm not arguing that. But yeah, shark movies. That's that's just one of those things that, and I think it's just one of the things that people they take for granted. Like, it's very easy to fuck up a shark movie. It's so easy, but it's so easy to make a good one. And you don't have to have, top dog special effects. You don't have to have, the gore. You don't have to. I mean, look at what Jaws went through. You had a shark that broke down 90% of the time, which actually made it better because the less you saw the shark, the better. It just made for and that was, I think that's what's so cool about Jaws is that it's like 4 movies in one. It's kind of like Predator. Like you have here's the thriller part, here's the sci-fi, here's the action, here's the horror. Kind of just like Jaws. It's like it's just kind of so many categories in one. So yeah, that's why I love shark movies. Jason, what's your favorite shark movie other than Jaws?
Other than Jaws, Open Water I really enjoyed.
Open Water's good.
Open Water,
very good.
For me, I have a problem throwing out being able to just completely throw out logic when I watch films, and that's why it's hard for me to enjoy stuff like Sharknado. It's just like so ridiculous.
But that's what we love. I mean,
I know. It's all in good fun, and I understand that a lot of people love it. But I
can't wait for him to watch.
It's hard for me to get into it.
Can't wait for you to see this time, because all logic's out the window. But you can't. And that's the thing with shark movies. I think you have to have that with shark movies because, when they're ultra serious. I don't. It's just something about
a shark movie. Ultra serious.
What's
Jaws
that?
was great. I said Jaws was ultra serious.
Oh yeah.
But it did it to a point where it was like I can still I don't know, you can still enjoy it. Like it's I also
enjoy Deep Blue Sea. There's a little bit of ridiculousness in that. But
I love Deep Blue Sea.
I still really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Deep Blue Sea is a blast.
That's a fun movie. And then they came out with sequels, and I'm like, that was.
I guess for me, somewhere, and I don't know where the line is, but somewhere there's a line where I'm just like, all right, it's just too much.
Well, they've really gone off the rails, like in recent years. Shark.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. In fact, somebody just mentioned one, Ghost Shark.
I love Ghost Shark.
Damn it! See, I don't think you're gonna find one that she doesn't like, guys. I'm just saying. I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for the list to just pop up now.
Yeah,
and you love it, love it, love it, love it. I mean,
isn't there like Amityville Shark? I'm sure
Amityville Island that doesn't have a fucking shark in it.
It's not good.
I love Mark. A shark in it. The cover's got a big fucking shark.
Like, I love Mark Maloney, and like Splatter Farm is one of my all-time favorites. But like, he's been doing all these shark movies, not counting Amityville Island, and yeah, it's just kind of getting repetitive. And some are all right, like what Shark Encounters of the Third Kind is fun.
What? See, these are things I have not seen yet.
Alien Sharks.
Man,
Alien Shark, I think, is a Walmart movie or Walmart.
That's even better. We got to get what is our friend Brooklyn? She gets all that stuff. She always posts it.
Or a House Shark? Do you guys like House Shark?
Oh yeah,
I love House Shark.
Now there are a couple. Now I watched Bull Shark, and that was actually pretty good.
Bull Shark was okay. We actually just reviewed it for my podcast. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. It was okay.
Right.
I felt like I had a lot of potential, and it just kind of fell flat. But it wasn't bad.
Right. No, I get you. All right, we can talk about this all night. Me and you can.
Yeah, we
gotta get Mr. Pitts. We got to lure him back in.
I'm interested in Ghost Shark. I think that's an interesting concept.
Ghost Shark's a blast.
All I gotta say is slip and slide.
How do you kill him?
Yeah, slip and slide.
It's a ghost shark, man.
Anytime there's water, the shark appears. That's all.
Can he swim through air?
Just watch the movie.
Out. Okay.
It's amazing. Shark Exorcist.
Very much worth watching. I think it's on YouTube.
It's on Tubi.
Sharks on YouTube? Okay.
Oh, is it on Tubi now? For a while, it wasn't, I think.
Most of the shittiest shark movies you'll ever watch are on
Well, they're all on Tubi.
Oh, yeah. Shark Exorcist. Somebody just pulled that out. God,
what Shark Exorcist? Yeah, Donald Farmer. I love Shark Exorcist.
Oh, boy.
He's making a sequel, or he shot a sequel.
Possessed Shark. That's it. Yeah. What more do you need? Was it Sharkula? There's another one. I haven't seen it.
I haven't watched that one yet.
But I want to see a vampire shark.
We talked about that before, Don, and the concept sounds ridiculous to me.
See her out.
Well,
there's Noah's Shark.
Noah's Shark is fucking
Noah's Shark.
Imagine every other animal, but then you got a shark.
So like you have a shark with fangs that sucks blood.
Yeah, pretty much.
How does that make it more scary? Like they already have really sharp teeth and they already eat you.
Just go with it.
Just go with him. See, that's why I can't. That's why I can't do it. Because he's got to ask those questions. Well, why are they scared? Darren, I don't know.
Hey, Madeline, did you have a director that influenced you the most?
Sorry, what?
That influenced you the most? You have
I would say probably still would say Lloyd Kaufman.
Okay.
I mean, and you've watched Spirit Animal, but so you know how over the top ridiculous it is. And he was a huge influence on me. Actually, weirdly enough, my favorite director is David Lynch, but so he's an inspiration too. But my stuff is ridiculous and fun. So my stuff's probably more influenced by like Lloyd Kaufman. I mean, Wes Craven was another, big influence on me, and Frank Henenlotter, people like that.
Awesome.
Yeah, and Lloyd Kaufman kind of. I think any indie director will probably say his name because he's kind of the one that said, "Get a fucking camera and go make a movie. If you want to do it, go do it.
Make your own damn movie." When I was younger, I was in like high school or whatever, and that's part of what inspired me. Again, Killer Nerd was distributed by Troma and all that stuff. It's just go and do it.
Yeah. Awesome. Troma makes. I mean, for the most part, they don't. I mean, their movies are off the wall. There's no doubt about it. But they kind of embrace that. Toxic Avenger, and
that's the way to do it.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. And they kind of, and the fact that they make fun of themselves as they're doing it, like they always have the car flipping scene. It's like from one movie, but it's used like 16 different movies.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that stuff's hilarious. That stuff's always kind of inspired me.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Just in jokes like that, like, in Bathtub, we have like some of the same, props and stuff show up. I like the shared universe type thing. And I get a lot of that from like Troma, all the references like Toxic Avenger and Terror Firmer and like Poultry Guys, they're all connected, and I think that's super cool and fun to have those little callbacks. So.
Oh my God, who said this?
I agree. I love interconnected universes.
Yeah,
they're a lot of fun.
Shark and Saw Women's Prison Massacre.
Never.
That's another fun one. Is that Jim Wine North?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it. Yeah, of course, Jason, you never heard of it.
I'm in Arkansas, so.
Well, there you go, man.
Great title.
Oh, it's right there. Oh, hey, how you guys liking this heat wave?
That sucks.
Jesus.
I'm not.
No.
Sucks.
Sucks big time. I was wondering because Jason was like, what'd you say? It was 110 degrees the other day?
Yeah.
You can have it.
Yeah, I think we've got something like 8 straight days of 100 or more.
That's insanity.
Yeah.
It is insanity. So
we got a cold front coming next week, though.
We got a heat front coming on the weekend.
Movie shoot, so that's awesome.
Yeah, it's like 90 in Pittsburgh, but that doesn't sound as bad as you.
Yeah.
Hell no. Nope. 110, you can have that. So, what is, and I know I've asked Jason this, so what is, to you, what's the most important thing on set? Like, what, if you had to do anything and make sure anything was perfect, what's the one thing that has to be perfect?
The one thing that has to be perfect, like I was just gonna say, you just have to keep everything, which I'm not always great at, but everything organized, and organization is like the most important. You gotta make sure everyone knows, everyone knows what they're doing, and that you're staying on schedule, and what you're shooting, and everything like that. I don't know.
No, it makes total sense. I mean, I guess there's not like some people say lighting, some people say cinematography, sound, but yeah, I mean organization. I mean, without that, you don't have anything else because
exactly.
You're clearly not going to get your shit together to tell everybody else, hey, this is what I need you to do, guys.
Yeah.
So
keep things running and make sure you stay on schedule and all that.
Definitely.
Do you usually work with an AD?
I want to say my cinematographer, Joe Ruscio, like him and I collaborate very much. He does all like the cinematography, special effects, lighting, and all that. But he's basically my AD. He's always got a shot list ready to go. We collaborate a lot, like what to shoot, and I consider him my assistant director. Yeah.
Cool.
I think that means a lot too, because again, you can't do everything. I mean,
no, you can't.
And
I do a lot of the stuff he doesn't like to do. He does a lot of the stuff I don't like to do. So we work really well together. He's incredibly talented. And
that's awesome.
I'm working with him.
No,
that's great.
Yeah. And I feel like that type of partnership is very hard to find. So we're very lucky to have each other work with and everything.
Absolutely. So what do you have other than obviously Bathtub Shark Attack? So what do you got coming down the pipeline here within the next, let's say year?
Well, we did a short film for an anthology. The short film's called Trash Removal. It's for SOBhorror.com, if you guys are familiar with that label. It's like Natasha Knighty's Deer of Blood Part 2. So it's part of that. So that's coming out, I believe, in August. So I'm super excited for everyone to see that. We shot that last year. It's like about a garbage monster. So it's super fun. Like, I'm very happy with it. I'm excited people can see it. So, yeah, we got that coming out. And a movie I produced, Beyond Dark Dreams, that's Joe's movie. That's actually available now. It actually won Best Director, which Joe directed it. Best Director, Best Cinematography, Best Film, and Best Actor at Tampa Bay Scream. So
damn,
awesome.
That's available now. And I mean, coming out in the next year, mostly just Bathtub. I mean, I have some other projects I'm working on. Like, I have a passion project, which is like a twisted, romantic, psychosexual horror movie called Alan. So, I mean, I'm hoping to film that. I keep say it every year, like, I'm going to film this in a year, you know, whatever, and keep doing other things instead. But at least you know what I mean.
Right.
You gotta wait till the time's right for that one, because it's my passion project.
Right.
But hopefully the time will be soon after Bathtub where I can film that. So that's a huge project to make.
Did COVID put a kibosh on a lot of this stuff? Like you said, you were going to do something last year and it's coming out this year. Did COVID affect you guys?
I mean, it definitely did, especially like a Spirit Animal, because whenever we premiered Spirit Animal March 13th, 2020. And it was like we called it the straight from the dumpster cut. Because it was it was an early rough cut, and it was the first time it was shown publicly, and so after we did that, everything shut down, and we had some stuff to finish for it, and it took a while to get out. And, a lot of film festivals weren't happening I was supposed to play at Gross Fest. Shout out to Tim Gross and Tom Gross. They're amazing people, if you're familiar with them. And they're both involved in both movies. So, that convention got shut down, which it was supposed to be its first public premiere. So, just getting it out there took a while. But the movie Trash Removal, I think the anthology just took a while. I don't know if it was COVID or not, but it just took a while. But we didn't have a problem really filming it last year. It was all outdoors, and it was a small crew. I wouldn't say COVID really affected that too much, but we always want to make sure everyone's safe and everything when we're on set.
Oh yeah. I mean, and the one thing too is that I don't envy you guys when it comes to this, because just one thing can completely derail your entire project, whether it's somebody's got to be recast, you lose a key player behind the scenes, something like that, just anything can derail it. And I know a lot of things, a year, 2 years. I mean, it's because people don't understand that, hey guys, I got to find somebody, and then I'm not just going to use the person that I had and then put this person in there. I got to reshoot everything. Exactly.
Yeah, that stuff happens.
So definitely. Jason, you dealt with any of that?
Yeah, there's been a couple things here and there. I tried to do my best as things develop, you kind of get a feel of like different things that are kind of shaky, like this could come, it could fall through or whatever. And so when I get those types of feelings, I do my best to have like, okay, if that happens, then this is my backup plan. And that has saved me several times. Most of the time, nothing ever happens, and I don't have to worry about it. But yeah, it's best to trust your gut, because as things develop and you meet people and people are like, yeah, I'll help. You just kind of sort of get this feeling like, okay, they say that they're going to help, but it just kind of feels a little off. So, trust your gut, have a backup plan for those instances. That's what I do.
Yeah, I was going to say, always have a backup plan.
Yeah.
I've definitely learned that.
Well, you do develop really, really strong relationships with and like people that you can count on, like your partner. I've got several people like that, and like project after project, you don't have to worry about those people. They're going to come through.
Yeah.
And that means a lot on the indie way too, because we've talked to so many people that have been involved with the same people over and over. Jen Nangle and Rebecca Reinhart. They kind of try to be in movies with other people that they've worked with. Julianne Prescott's another one that is pretty tight knit with her group. Jason with his crew with Alone Masquerade. I mean, and it's a good thing because like you said, you can count on these people. I mean, and that's again, it can make or break a film. I mean, again, nobody wants to sit there and recast a lead or co-lead, and then all of a sudden, well, yeah, damn guys, now we got to redo the whole thing and go push us back 6 months. So, it's definitely frustrating. So I don't envy you guys. I mean, it's just I hope everything goes completely fine. All the time.
It's part of the process, and for me, it's also kind of part of the fun. Filmmaking is, in a sense, it's like a huge puzzle putting it together. And
exactly.
Yeah, and that could be a lot of fun.
Yeah, putting a podcast together. I mean, that's like a puzzle.
Absolutely.
So, but I mean, it's just great what you're doing. I mean, it's like I said, Spirit Animals. Jesus, that's blew my ass away. I was like, well, okay, this is not what I expected, and I love it.
I did watch the first couple minutes of it. I was actually shocked that it was an hour and a half. I was like, whoa, that's a long movie. I thought it was going to be like a short thing. I can kind of watch it at work.
Yeah.
But when I saw how long it was, I was like, no, I can't. I gotta.
That's how Sharks of the Corn was, man. Like I was watching, I'm like, all right, this movie's gonna be 17 minutes long, and that motherfucker went almost 2 hours. And I was just like, what is happening? Where are the sharks at this point? I'm like, now we're in like mafia land.
They're in the corn.
Mafia land.
It's just weird. Like it's
in the title. The sharks are in the corn.
I'm telling you, if you haven't seen that movie, if you give yourself anything other than Bathtub Shark Attack, watch Sharks of the Corn, and I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. It is on another level, man. I watched, and we did that on a sit down that we did. We watched it with a bunch of people.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, and we were like, "What the hell is this?" And we all kept looking at each other, going, "Is this movie almost over?" And we kept, the first time you do that, again, no disrespect to anybody that had any dealing in this movie, but when you start doing that, it's like, all right, you could have cut. This could have been like a director's cut version. You need to end it, but I was like an hour and 47 minutes. Good God Almighty!
Movies like that, I think like 80, 90 minutes tops. When we did Spirit Animal, originally I wanted the runtime to be like 70 minutes, which ends up at like 84.
Right.
But, the original script was 60 pages. And, we added some stuff that worked and, whatever. And it just turned out to be a little bit longer, which I think the runtime, it still runs pretty smoothly. And 84 minutes, I think, is a good tight time for a feature.
An hour and 20 minutes is right about like that's to me that's the perfect length for a horror movie. No matter what it is, depending on the subject matter. Obviously. I was going to say
it depends on the movie. I'm fine with some movies that are longer, but a lot of indie film, a lot of indie movies, they don't know how to cut down their time more. A lot of times there's stuff that's unnecessary. Right. I know Bathtub, we're going to have a longer movie than like 84 minutes, but I'm going to want to cut down to that.
Yeah. Well, the problem too with the indie stuff is that, so I know with the shorts, you have to be at a certain time or you can't even enter I think Jason said 37 minutes when he was entering one of yours. So
it depends. Like some festivals have they have different requirements, like all of them do, but like it's generally 30 minutes or less for short. Okay. I like both. Alone's 33 and Masquerade's 37, but I found a lot of films that went up to 40, or not films, but festivals that went up to 40 or 50 even for short films. But yeah, typically good to try to keep it 30 or less.
So do they have like full length feature festivals? So what's the time on that?
Usually about 60 or more.
Gotcha. Man, that's a rough number to get there, man. I mean, again, and it kind of, like you said, Madeline, it kind of cuts into your vision too. It's like, well, there's things that I understand we have to get time down, but I can't cut this because it's pivotal to something, or it's part of the vision. So, it
really sucks for films that are like between like 45 and like 59, because they don't you will not find it. It'll be very hard to find a place for those.
Full moon movies. New full moon movies are like an hour long. Like Ginger Dead Man is like an hour long, and that's a feature.
Right.
I do love Ginger Dead Man, but you know what I'm saying.
I got you. Yeah,
like some do get away with it, which, I mean, I guess an hour can be considered a feature. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's, to me, if it's on film and it's on the TV, man, it's a feature. Disney movies were features. I was like, that's like 50 minutes. I don't even know how kids sat their ass in chair that long. Yeah, it's like, yeah, exactly. And the whole Mickey thing with the whole cursive thing. Yeah. Welcome to your feature presentation. Love it. So anyway, I don't want to keep you on here too long. I wanted to have you on here because I love what you post. I love what you're doing. And trust me, Matt Skinner does not let us forget what you do. He is constantly blowing the page up with what you're doing. So
Charlie's casting the movie, though, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
Charlie's in it, right?
Casting the movie?
They both are.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
They're fantastic people.
What's your budget goal for it?
So our original goal was $5K, but it's gonna cost a little bit more, which I don't want to pay all out of pocket.
Mm-hmm.
So we're still have the Indiegogo running and everything. We have Lynn Lowry in the cast and everything. And our location, our amazing location, but that's expensive too. I mean, Jason, I'm sure things add up.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's always good to have, like, I would say about 3,000 of like a buffer money, because in production things are going to happen and you're going to need it.
Exactly.
Always. Yeah, that's what we've heard.
Spirit Animal only costs like $1,500 to make, so this is a much bigger project.
Yeah.
Tell you, that movie does not seem like $1,500. That seems like a $5K.
Yeah, movie. $1,500, $2,000, whatever. I spent that all out of pocket, so
it's amazing.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
We filmed it over an entire year, so
wow, great. It's great. I'm telling you.
Originally, it was supposed to be like just a couple weekends. We were supposed to be done. You know how this goes, Jason. But a year later, we finally wrapped.
We're done.
Right, it's finally done. It's just, and that's the thing. It's like unforeseen circumstances. It just it happens.
Always comes out.
Yep.
When do you have it scheduled to film?
Bathtub.
Yeah.
So we're shooting on a few different weekends. We filmed one weekend already. We're filming not this upcoming weekend, but next weekend. That's when Lowry is going to be in town. And then and then I'm going to have to figure out, some other days to film some other stuff. So, I mean, I'd like to be done by the end of the year shooting. We should be. Scheduling the worst.
Do you know about how many days you have?
Schedule what?
Do you know about how many days you have scheduled?
We're just trying to figure that out. It's probably going to be like a 6-day shoot.
Okay, altogether?
6 more days, so maybe 8. Yeah, I mean, we film, and then maybe some pickups, We film pretty quick.
How did the first
weekend go? Great actors and everything who work quick. Sorry to interrupt.
How do you feel the first weekend went?
Really well.
Awesome.
We got a lot done on the first day. I mean, especially, we got a lot done both days. everyone just knew their stuff, and we were kind of like running ahead of schedule. So I think if we schedule the other days, right, we'll be able to get it done a lot quicker. Just make sure everyone's available. Getting everyone's availability is the hardest thing.
Yeah.
As we all work day jobs, and I work in a grocery store. Everyone else is off weekends. I need to make sure I can get weekends off, and I don't always get weekends off. So it's it's tough.
Very difficult.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So as long as we can figure out the days and weekends that work best for everyone, I think it'll be done.
Awesome.
Not pretty quick-ish. I mean, I'd like to do it, premiere early next year or put it out, but you never know.
Hey, things might happen where you get it out this year.
Yeah.
It could happen.
So I'm in no rush. I am in a kind of a rush to finish it. Or finish filming. But yeah, who knows? Because we also have there's a big party scene we have to do later on. I'm not gonna say anything other than the party scene's gonna blow your guys' mind. It's fantastic. And Timmy from Spirit Animal makes an appearance. He's kind of like Kenny from South Park.
Oh my God! I was gonna bring that up. I was gonna say this dude. He's gonna be the continuity in all your movies, and he's gonna die in every one of them. I love it. I love it.
But that scene's gonna be awesome. But that's a whole different thing with not the main a lot of the main actors. So I have to pick a date later to film this big scene, which is I can't wait.
Does the party scene happen in a big hot tub or a big pool?
No.
He tried.
But how it happens, you're gonna be like, "Oh my God, this."
Now you have his curiosity. Now I'm telling you, he'll check it out. It's the best part. As soon as you hook him like that, it's game over.
I'm trying.
Hey, you got my attention. You got plenty of people's attention. So, yeah. Again, guys. I don't want to keep you on here too long. Thank you for joining us, Madeline. I really appreciate it. Jason, thanks for hopping on as
sure, man.
As my co-host. Madeline, the floor is yours. If you want to tell everybody where they can find you, where they can follow you.
I mean, mostly just I'm on Facebook, Madeline Deering, and our company is Necro Shark Films, so you can follow us on Facebook there or the Spirit Animal page. And Bathtub Shark Attack Facebook page. You can contact Spirit Animal page or myself for a copy of Spirit Animal, which was originally released in Smell-O-Vision. I don't know if Jason knew that, but I'm out of Smell-O-Vision cards.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah, we had 6 different smells. It was super, super cool. But
smell like rubber ducks.
Actually, I did want to add. If you guys didn't know, Bathtub Shark Attack is on Splash-O-Vision, which each copy comes with a squirt gun, and there's going to be a little symbol at the bottom of the screen that pops up when there's water, and you can squirt whoever you're watching it with, making it an interactive experience.
Wow, that's awesome.
Because that's badass.
I think that too many people, they watch movies, they're bored, they're texting in their phones instead of bonding, watching it together. And I want to make movies interactive again.
That's
so
great.
I come up with, little gimmicks like that. I love gimmicks. Popcorn is one of my favorite movies with Joe Sholin, if you guys have seen that.
Yeah, no doubt.
Popcorn's great.
But, that's really what got me into gimmicks, too. I would say that's another movie that really inspired me. So, and William Castle, obviously. So, and our Bathtub Shark Attack, the Indiegogo is still going, and Shark Week's coming up. We're going to have a different new perk every day for Shark Week. They'll be on the lookout for that.
Don't worry, I already changed my name. I made sure I changed my name. I'm ready to go.
And people don't realize how friggin' much work those Indiegogo campaigns are.
Yeah.
They're very difficult to keep up with.
Super thanks to Matt Skinner again. He was like coaching me on how to do a good Indiegogo because I did not know what the hell I was doing when I started that.
Yeah.
I was like, and
there's some badass perks too. There's some wicked perks. I think I did the virtual pizza party.
Oh yeah, I think you did. That's gonna be a blast.
Yeah. So was it Dingo Pizza?
Hey, yeah, Dingo Pizza. Do you know about Dingo Pizza, Jason?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. So you didn't get too far into Spirit Animal. I know you check the time or whatever.
Yeah.
But Dingo Pizza is a fictional pizza shop in the
Necro
Shark Films universe.
That's great.
I love the universe thing. It's just great, and continuity is a big deal with me. You know, like if I watch a sequel, it has to have something close to it or something relevant to it
first. Yeah.
So I love that. Again, you already got
both
Timmy.
Trash Removal and Bathtub are like spiritual sequels. Spirited. I mean, you know, a lot of the you see little references and stuff. People who haven't seen those movies might not notice, but you'll be like, oh yeah,
right.
So it's super fun to put that together.
Absolutely. Well,
guys, Indiegogo and Spirit
go
Animal.
Support it, please. For the love of God, go support it because this movie has to come out. Like it has to be released. This and Jason's project, honestly, are like where my attention is focused. Yeah, like yours, I think is top. I think yours, Madeline, is number 5 or 6. I'm like, that's
up there. Yeah,
it's up there. So I'm like, I'm keeping my eyes out for those. So, guys, again, thank you so much for joining us, and everybody out there in Facebook land, Twitch land, YouTube land who tuned in. Thanks for tuning in, and like they say in the director's world, that's a wrap.